keine unanständigen Dinge zu sagen.
It's kind of an icebreaker to sit in front of strangers in socks.
I was just noticing that. I was like, how cool is that?
Always wear
It
fancy
could be your brand from now on. The striped socks.
So
This one matches the top as well.
Yeah, there's
Exactly. I mean, some singers sing barefoot and that's nothing, so, you know.
I'll take the striped socks.
okay, der Stream ist jetzt live.
Ja.
Also wenn jetzt jemand schreit, dann hören das alle auf YouTube, die da gerade zuhören. Und so, die läuft noch nicht. Die muss auch noch starten. Ja, ist das aufwendig. So, dann müssen wir noch die Aufnahme starten hier. Moment. Dann kann es losgehen.
Ja?
Okay. Also vielleicht begrüßt ihr
Ja.
erstmal den Stream.
Hey everyone, my name is Soluna Samay. If you're watching this, you probably already know that. And this is my first living room concert, sofa concert. And so, thanks for watching. Alright, I'm gonna start with a new song. I always say it's a new song, but really I wrote it a long time ago. I just haven't performed it that much. And I wrote it when I was in London, and 4 years ago, and I really had a kind of like intense experience of the city. I thought it was really overwhelming, and then I kind of finished it later on, and it became about cities in general and this kind of love-hate relationship that I have with cities. And then I went back to London a few weeks ago and I really liked it, which is funny because in this song that's kind of what happens. So without giving it all away, here's the city. Lost in the big city, storefront windows are the only sign that another season's changing, and I'm starting to lose track of time, and the birds are as confused as me, singing in their concrete trees. It's 4 a.m. and they're still awake, fluorescent heartache. The city takes and takes, and I don't know where I'm going, but I sure is selling, staying here. The city, I'll eat you up alive, dear. It'll spit you out and swallow your dreams, and the drugs rush through my bloodstream. I'm trying to keep up with the city that never sleeps. Melancholy breeze takes me across the sea. Oh, I wish I could go back, and I wish I never left. Oh, I guess I find comfort in the thought that this city will be here with me through it all. And it'll watch me grow, yes, and it'll see me fall and pick me up when I feel small, and build me up and make me strong. Whoa, one day it'll let me go. Whoa, one day it'll let me go. Whoa, one day it'll let me go. Versteht hier eigentlich jemand nicht Englisch? Nee? Okay. Dann rede ich einfach Englisch, damit alle verstehen. I'm gonna keep speaking English in case anyone out there doesn't speak German. So yeah, that was the city, and I was just in London, as I said, and recording this song in my friend's studio over there. So it's gonna be on my next EP, which is kind of nice to record a song that started because of London and then kind of ends up back there. So the next song is the title track of my latest album, which is the first album that I kind of was the boss of. I did an album. My first album was in 2011, and I recorded it 2010 with an indie label in Denmark, and that was a great experience. It was kind of like, you know, incredible studio, a really great producer, amazing musicians, and a great album came out of it. But I was 19 or 20 at the time, and I wasn't like completely sure or secure enough to make certain decisions in the studio. So it was kind of like a new experience. And then because of that album, I was picked up by some pop producers in Denmark who asked me to participate in Eurovision. So, or the Danish kind of, you know, pre-contest. And so I won for Denmark and went to Azerbaijan, where I represented Denmark at the Eurovision Song Contest. So things went kind of fast all of a sudden, and we made another album together with these pop producers called Remy and Chief One. And that was also the first time I kind of started co-writing with people. So it was a completely different kind of approach to making an album for me. And then when the whole thing kind of cooled down and the CD came out on Sony, and I had just gone through like a lot of things with Eurovision and radio and kind of promotion tours and everything, I kind of had a strong need to produce something myself and be the boss. And kind of really experience how it feels to make a whole album yourself. So that's kind of what the goal was with Golden. And I said to myself, I want to make an album that's like really acoustic and folky. And the album itself kind of turned out a little bit different, as it often happens when you go in the studio. But nonetheless, it was an amazing experience, and this is the title track, the acoustic version of Golden. traveled over mountains on dangerous roads. That driver nearly killed us. No, but it was worth it all. And I'll always search the resin. No, I won't settle for less. And I was born under volcanoes and raised with no address. Oh, everything is golden and everything is bright. Oh, and everything is golden. Meet me in the light.
Ich muss mal kurz ein Bier holen.
Yeah,
Wer
yeah,
mag Bier?
it's good to be
Yeah.
Alle keiner.
I have a question. I have
Yes.
a fitness question.
Yes.
You were saying that you were on Denmark's Eurovision
Yeah.
thing. Was the city this song?
Six
The one you just sang before? No,
No,
it was some. Okay.
the city is a new song. Yeah. The song that I did for Eurovision is called "Should Have Known Better."
Oh, I know
Yeah.
that one. Okay.
Okay.
No, I heard it a lot already. It's on Spotify.
Yeah. Exactly. So, anyways, yeah, that was golden, and the line "I was born under volcanoes and raised with no address" is true. I was born in Guatemala, and I grew up at a lake called Lake Atitlan that's surrounded by three volcanoes. And there's a video on YouTube where I sing this song with those volcanoes in the background. It's very hazy, so you only see the tips of the volcanoes, but that's the place. So yeah, this next song is called "This Town." This town is getting way too small. It feels like I've been here before, and it's time that I move on. Been here 1,000 times before. Same old story, same old floor that I've fallen on so many times before. Familiar faces everywhere. Still feels like I'm a stranger here, surrounded by blank stares. This goddamn town is getting old. September winds are blowing cold. It's dark and I feel left out. Oh, I've been town is getting way too small. It feels like I've been here before, and it's time that I move on. Back to the roots, back to where I came from. Follow my footsteps further down the road. Yeah, I've been waiting for the sun. Oh, I've been waiting for someone. Yeah, I've been waiting for the sun. Oh, I've been waiting for too long. I started writing that song on a small island in Denmark called Bornholm, and I was like really tired of being stuck on that island. I was a teenager and I felt like it was time to go somewhere new. So I moved to Copenhagen, and I continued working on this song. I always take a long time writing songs. I kind of start them somewhere and then leave them, and then after a while I work on them again. And so after a few years in Copenhagen, I got a little bit tired of Copenhagen, and I wrote a bit more on this song, and then eventually I ended up in Mexico City, which has 22 million people, and that's where I finished writing this song, when I felt like it's getting too small in Mexico City, it's time to move on. So I guess wherever I go, you know, after a while I feel like I have to try a new place. I'm gonna do a song from my album Golden, and this one's called Mistakes. I wonder if I made a big mistake. I wonder if I regret the choices I made. And is it all worth walking on dead bodies to get here? Will it make me happy? Staring at the bags in my way. Is that really what it's gonna take? Oh, I got my hands dirty, fading.
muss manchmal etwas verzögert klatschen.
Everybody cozy? Ich mache noch ein neues Lied jetzt.
Ja.
Im letzten Winter hat mir jemand mein Horoskop gelesen. Und da wurde mir vieles gesagt, über was ich noch nicht ganz bewusst war, über mich selber. Da findet man ja alles Mögliche raus, was da in den Sternen so alles steht. Und dieses Lied ist ein bisschen die Bearbeitung von diesem Horoskop. Ich bin jetzt 27 und so 27, 28, da ist Saturn Return. Das ist, wenn Saturn irgendwie wieder da im Sternbild ist, wo es anfing. Irgend sowas. Und man sagt, dass da sich viel verändert im Leben. Und ich habe so das Gefühl, dass das jetzt langsam anfängt. Und das ist auch so, das hat auch dieses Lied inspiriert. Dieses Gefühl, dass jetzt was Neues kommt. Und deshalb heißt es auch What's to Come. I can sense change is near, a planet approaching, full circle it seems, and time is for taking, life to be won. I'll breathe in my failures till my ego is torn. My storm, I'll be a singing siren, a goddess of corn. The sea is waiting, my moment has come. The earth is a shaking, I'm ready to grow. life worth living if you know what's to come? And is life worth living if you know what's to come? And is life worth living if you know what's to come? Prost.
Leitungskasse oder Seite? Ich habe noch sehr frei.
So, sometimes people tell me that my songs are all very melancholic and like sad. And why don't I write some happy songs? And funnily enough, when I was about 10 or 12, someone read my hand, the palm of my hand. So yeah, I've done the astrology, I've done the palm reading, and this person had only just met me, and I was a kid. I had maybe written 1 or 2 songs, but he said that he could tell that I'm a very happy, kind of outgoing, positive person, but to balance out my personality, I write sad songs. So I wonder if I'm writing sad songs because he said that, or because I'm actually balancing out my personality. But anyways, I do write some upbeat songs sometimes, and this one is called TV Blues. It's about unrequited love, but not the kind of typical, unrequited love that everybody knows. You like someone, they don't like you back. This is kind of a little bit more complicated. It's when you fall in love with someone in a movie or behind a screen and you become very obsessed. I don't know if anybody has, had that happen. But so also this song titles, you can kind of customize it. You can call it, Johnny Depp Blues, or just anybody you have an obsession on. This is the song for that.
Johnny Depp.
Yeah, it's called TV Blues. get them TV blues. 'Cause if you could see me, I'm sure you'd love me too. Whoa, it's a shame I kept a Popeye screen. 'Cause baby, I'd rather live with you in HD. Falling to each other's arms in slow motion, always accompanied by the perfect score. If we were together, there'd never be a dull moment. Compared to that, real life is such a bore. I've got them TV blues. 'Cause if you could see me, I'm sure you'd love me too. Oh, it's a shame we kept a Popeye screen. 'Cause baby, I'd rather live with you in HD. Come set me free, baby. I'm tired of living in reality, baby. I've got them TV blues. Yeah. I don't know, maybe that means I've become a more sad person now that I'm writing happier songs. No, I don't think so. So back to the, slow stuff. This next song is called Moving Cars, and it's inspired by my life on the road. I grew up with a street musician father and artisan mother. She made jewelry, and we traveled all over Europe in a camper van. And so I grew up in Guatemala, and then summers we would spend on the road. And then later on we moved to Denmark, which is why I represented Denmark. Not just like randomly ended up in that country. And so I'm used to spending a lot of time in moving cars, and this next song is called Just That. Look at my life in mirrors of moving cars, and it's going fast. Reflections of things in the past. And now I see the horizon in the distance, closer than it seems. The glass tricks me, just the pavement in the heat. I'm standing at a stoplight waiting for a sign. Where am I going? Where am I going? But there's no turning back, we're all running out of time. So I just keep moving, 1 mile at a time. I just keep moving, 1 mile at a time. I close my eyes, the sound of the engine, my favorite lullaby. Like this I could sleep forever. So wake me up when we arrive. That's a true story. When I couldn't fall asleep, I always asked my dad to do like an extra round with the camper car so I could, fall asleep to the movement like in a crib or something. So when I started out writing songs, I wrote a lot of love songs. Basically before I really knew what that was, being in love. But it's kind of like a go-to theme as a songwriter. It's like, that's a easy theme. Lately I've been writing more about kind of reflecting on my past and growing up, like the last song. But this next song is one of the old ones from my first album, and it's called Everything You Do. I feel this burden upon my shoulders, and it keeps on dragging me down. And as I drift through this endless ocean, I keep hoping I'll be found before I drown. And I know on some days nothing seems to go your way, but you're holding on. When I pass you on an empty street, you look at me but our eyes don't meet. And when I see your picture on my wall, I catch myself trying to forget it all. And I know on some days nothing seems to go your way, but you're holding on. And I know on some days nothing seems to go your way, but you're holding on. When you say that you can't see, open up your eyes and look at me. When you say that you're sorry, take a look inside. What do you feel? Only a whisper you left behind, a silent echo of a silent goodbye. And all your footprints that once remained are slowly starting to get washed away. holding on. And I know on some days nothing seems to go my way, but I'm holding on. Yeah, I'm holding on. You came to me on a windy day in October, and colorful leaves blowing through the sky. You held my hand, and your body was my shelter. And just for a while, everything seemed fine. When sun came closer, the sun started to fade. Sunny day. So many words, yet I find no meaning. So many signs, yet I just didn't see them. When sun grew colder, the colors seemed to turn gray. I'm sure I'm gonna be singing that song in winter here in Berlin. It's gonna be very soon. Okay.
das wird im Winter interessant, weil ich muss das in Deutsch machen, ich kann das nicht, das muss dann jemand übersetzen. Im Winter wird das interessant, weil viele Musiker auf der Straße natürlich nicht so gerne spielen, weil das ist halt, wenn es kalt ist, einfach auch nicht schön. Und vielleicht verstärke ich das dann mit diesen Wohnzimmerkonzerten. Also ich finde es auch so eine Musik, zum Beispiel Mauerpark, ja, so optimal, weil im Hintergrund irgendwelche Leute irgendwelche anderen Sachen spielen. Ich finde das dann immer so traurig. Ja. Das ist auch für mich so Motivation, also das auf jeden Fall voranzubringen. Und jeder hat ein Wohnzimmer und jeder kann Musiker einladen.
Das ist das Schönste für einen Künstler, wenn zugehört wird.
Auf jeden Fall.
Aber das wird dir so warm, dass du nach einem halben Song stimmen musst. Ne? Ist natürlich Mach bloß kein Fenster auf.
Das Problem ist ja, also wenn du zum Beispiel so eine Aufnahme draußen machst im Wald, dann hast du im Hintergrund die Vögel und so weiter, das ist auch super schön. Aber wir sind hier in Pankow und die gehen alle 3 Minuten Flieger rüber. Ihr hört das nur deshalb nicht, weil wir hier Schallschutzfenster haben, die wirklich sehr gut sind. Und ansonsten würde gar nicht gehen. Du hörst da nichts mehr. Und deswegen müssen wir halt ein bisschen schwitzen. Ne? Aber das haben wir diesen BER-Bauleitern zu verdanken.
Du besser als frieren.
Ja, das ist auf jeden Fall.
This song is a co-write, my first co-write, which means that you write songs with someone else. And this one I wrote with a guy called Isam Bakiri. He's a member of the group called Outlandish, if you know them. They had a big hit in Germany quite a few years ago. Okay, it's really hard to speak and play. They had they did a version of a song called Aisha. Really nice.
That's why it is next to your thing. In
Oh, is it?
Spotify.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this guy Isam, he's a really great guy and great musician, and I kind of came to the studio with this song, and he had another part, and he was like, oh, maybe this would fit your song. And so we kind of added that to the song. So he wrote part of it. And that's a really cool kind of way to write songs, because sometimes you get stuck as a songwriter. And when I started writing songs, I was very protective of my songs. I didn't want anyone else to kind of really have any influence. But then later on I realized, there's a lot of people in the world that write songs together. Like Lennon, McCartney, they wrote all their songs together. Not to compare myself to that, but just saying that sometimes it's good to have a little bit of influence from someone else. You learn a lot of writing technique and kind of new chords and new melodies and stuff. What did you want to ask?
When you say co-writing, do you mean both lyrics and the music?
Yeah, it can be both. Sometimes just someone will add text, like in this case, and sometimes it's everything. So that kind of depends. And there's a lot of co-writing between producers and like songwriters, so you kind of go in the studio and you just have like a melody, and then a producer will kind of build a track around it. I think that's kind of called track writing. Anyways, so yeah, this is my first co-write. It's called Up and Down. I've got to start somewhere, maybe in the middle, maybe in the end. It doesn't matter as long as we're together. It gets better with every single day. They say, but I cannot see clear. Up and down, this world keeps spinning me around, inside out, on and on. Well, is there a plan, or are we just here by chance? Running in circles, Is there a plan, or are we just here by chance? If you don't agree, we'll just wait and see. I kill you all with love. Kill you all with love. If you don't agree with me, I kill you all with love. Thank you. Okay, so we're getting there. Time waits. I have a dog that needs to be walked. I should have brought her. She would have added some lovely grunting and snoring sounds. I'm gonna do another old song. This one's called 2 Seconds Ago, and it's the first song I ever had on radio in Denmark, and so it's a pretty cool feeling when you're driving, you know, in the car and you hear yourself on the radio. So this is my first kind of song that happened with. And it's a song about breakups and how they're not necessarily the end of the world, and sometimes just the beginning of something new. 2 seconds ago, I saw you leave. You walked out the door and told me you couldn't breathe. 2 seconds ago, I told you to go to hell. I don't know what I ever saw. And fell on the floor when I realized that 2 seconds ago you broke my heart, and now my whole world is falling apart. Ooh, without you. Ooh, I thought my life was over. Turns out that it's just begun. The whole world seemed against me. I guess they're with me somehow. I thought that nobody loved me. Look at you now. I knew there's someone out there, and I guess that you were a start. 2 seconds ago, you burst through my door and told me you're sorry that you still love me. But 2 seconds ago, I had let go, and what we once said will stay in my past. Ooh, don't you? Ooh, I thought my life was over. Turns out that it's just begun. The whole world seemed against me. I guess they're with me somehow. I thought that nobody loved me. Look at you now. I knew there's someone out there, and I guess that you were the start. No, I can't pass us by. So I made up my mind. Don't you waste my time. I thought my life was over. Turns out that it's just begun. The whole world seemed against me. I guess they're with me somehow. I thought that nobody loved me. Look at you now. I knew there's someone out there, and I guess that you were the start.
Singst du auch deutsche Songs?
Nein.
Gar nicht. Aber das ist auch so. Das ist bei dir so und soll so bleiben?
Ich würde gern heute hier, morgen da spiele ich mit meinem Vater.
Okay.
Und das Lied passt ja gut zu mir. Aber auf Deutsch schreiben, weiß ich noch nicht. Vielleicht irgendwann Deutsch und Spanisch.
Spannend.
Ja.
Ja, weil sie in Guatemala geboren ist.
Ich bin froh, dass ich heute hier sein kann, weil ich war vor ein paar Tagen noch im Bett mit Mandelentzündung. Also ein bisschen. Und da habe ich richtig viel Salzwasser gegurgelt.
Na, da muss man Whisky trinken. Also wirklich.
Was? Whisky. Mach ich nächstes Mal.
Das war ein irischen Whisky.
Na,
Kein Schaden.
Whisky,
So, das mal
Whisky
probieren.
mit
Jemand
Melk und
irisches.
Zitrone.
Also, das wirkt Wunder. Wirklich.
Ja, aber nur warm. Mit Melk und Zitrone. Hot Whisky. Irisches Sehen.
Nein, du brauchst nur einen irischen Whisky
Nein.
trinken.
Ich habe 3 Jahre in Irland gelebt. Hot Whisky. Trinkt jeder Seemann dort. Ja, Nelken in der Zitrone. Zucker.
Aber jeden Tag, nicht nur wenn Mandelentzündung ist.
Ah, im Sommer nicht.
Ja, also ihr braucht euch jetzt nicht zurückhalten. Ne? Es gibt gerne Whisky.
Singt.
Also ich weiß nicht, ob ich das so aufrechterhalten kann auf Dauer, weil ich das ein bisschen größer machen dann, aber der Plan geht so in die Richtung.
Also wenn du gerne trinken möchtest, mach ruhig.
Ich meine jetzt nicht wegen dem Trinken, sondern generell, dass das eben kostenlos ist, die Getränke.
Es ist auf jeden Fall ein sehr schönes erstes Wohnzimmerkonzert.
Auf jeden Fall.
Also danke für die Einladung. Und danke, thank you for coming. Danke, dass ihr gekommen seid.
Danke fürs Spielen.
Ja.
Also ich finde, das ist wirklich ein Glücksfall, oder?
Ja.
Das ist,
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna do a song that I don't play that often, partly because I played it very often before. This is, of course, called Should Have Known Better. The acoustic living room version. Do you know Eurovision Song Contest? Because like in the States, or
Yeah.
but because you live here.
I know it from living here, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone in the States knows it.
No, exactly. It's kind of like there's like I think a little bit of an underground following. Okay, so here's the thing about Eurovision that I didn't know when I participated. For a lot of people, it's kind of a whole year event. Like it's really a big thing. It's not just one evening. And they like the Eurovision fans watch all of the semifinals and finals of all the different countries, and then of course they watch the big Eurovision finale, and there's like a lot of fan websites and blogs, and now even Australia is participating because it's so big in Australia. And I did a paper. I studied music studies at the university in Copenhagen, and I kind of went into ethnomusicology, I guess it's called, and you get to research things that you find interesting. And I did one paper on street musicians, and I did one paper on Eurovision fans, because I thought that was like basically one of the most interesting things about Eurovision was the fan culture around it for me. And I wrote on my Facebook page, does anybody want to be interviewed? And I got over 100 people to take part in my little study. So that was a really cool little extra Eurovision experience.
Well, Portugal, where I come from, won this year, and it was the hugest thing. It became a national hero. Yeah.
It was a good song. So, anyways, this is my Eurovision song. That I didn't write this one. I was contacted by Chief One, a producer, and he had produced the song with Remy, another songwriter, and Isam from Outlandish. And I kind of was a little bit unsure whether or not I would fit into that kind of concept, because I had just released my first CD with only my own songs and kind of singer-songwriter pop. But then when I heard this song and the lyrics, I thought it kind of went really well. I related very much with this song and its lyrics, so I felt like it became a little bit my own. And yeah, here it comes. Is it in tune?
Yes.
I have a little bit of a problem with my guitar these days, because I put on new strings.
Achso. Wie muss man dehnen? Ne?
Yeah. Should've known better. Now I miss you like Sahara misses rain. Changing like the weather. Maybe it's true. Maybe you're not gonna change. I feel like you had two homes here to fill you up. Homeless with you. I feel like a stranger. Home feeling stranger. I live in no man's land. No way home like you don't understand. You saw here, you saw there, not really anywhere. She says, should've known better. Now I miss you like Sahara misses rain. Changing like the weather. Maybe it's true. Maybe you're not gonna change. Feels like I'm always living out of my suitcase. What about all these in between? Just trying to find my place. I live in no man's land. No way home like you don't understand. You saw here, you saw there, not really anywhere. She says, should've known better. Now I miss you like Sahara misses rain. Changing like the weather. Maybe it's true. Maybe you're not gonna change. We've written words on a mountain now, reminding ourselves to keep climbing night. Sometimes we have to lose part of us to find the truth. But the more beautiful anyway. Used to breathe me into your lungs and soul. Sometimes we have to say, I'm sorry I can't stay. Should've known better. Now I miss you like Sahara misses rain. Changing like the weather. Maybe it's true. Maybe you're not gonna change. Should've known better. Now I miss you like Sahara misses rain. Changing like the weather, yeah. Maybe it's true. Maybe you're not gonna change. Should've known better. Should've known better. So, thank you so much for coming and
Oh,
listening.
come on.
This is really nice. And thanks to whoever was watching on the stream. In case you don't know me, my name is Soluna Samay, and you can find me on Facebook and Spotify. And yeah, I hope I see you guys again somewhere. Thanks to Soft Concerts for arranging this. Huh?
One more.
I can do one more.
Only if the dog's not gonna suffer.
Yeah, she's okay. She's only been alone for like 1.5 hours.
Oh.
So I'm gonna do a song that kind of goes with the whole living out of my suitcase theme from Should Have Known Better. It's also a new song that I haven't played that much. And as I said, my father is a street musician, and I grew up playing on the street with him. And he always said to me that he can't really, give me like all that much, but he can give me like the tools to have freedom and be free, because that's the one thing you are as a street musician. You're just free. You can go wherever you want, and you don't have a boss, you don't have any kind of obligations. Because even as a musician, like when I was in Eurovision, there was a lot of, things that I had to do or places I had to be, and that was kind of new to me because I was used to being very kind of free and independent and just being able to do what I want. And when you're on a major label or just releasing music in that context, it's a little bit different. So I kind of realized that maybe that's not really what I want. I had this kind of desire to go back to being my own boss, and so that's why I made this first the album that I told you about, Golden, and I'm kind of still doing that. I'm working on this EP now, and I'm really happy to be doing this and being able to live of it anyways, as my own boss.
But Golden was with the producer, or was
It's
your own?
it's produced by my two good friends who
Okay, so it was not with the major label.
No, it was I had Sing Out Loud on a indie label, then I had Soluna, Samay with the Should Have Known Better song on Sony, and then I did Golden myself on my own record label, and with my two good friends as producers, also played on it, and now I'm working on this new thing, this EP. So anyways, back to the point, it's I really appreciate my freedom, and it's obviously inspired a lot of songs, and this one is called Freedom.
Raised on the road in an old mobile home, inheriting the thirst to keep moving on. So I put my roots in the people I love, and my home is wherever they are. Like the guitar on my arm, I can't live as a frisbee. Okay, not a frisbee. Let me do that again. By the way, a quetzal is the national bird of Guatemala. So now you know. I'm just gonna start again. That's what happens with new songs. Now I was raised on the road in an old mobile home, inheriting the thirst to be moving on. So I put my roots in the people I love, and my home is wherever they are. Like the guitar on my arm, I can't live as a prisoner, but freedom is a double-edged sword. I'm always hanging on a letting go. I choose freedom over fame. I choose living over life. I choose being who I am over and taking my sweet time. I choose forgiveness over pain. I choose living over shadow of the wind. I'm sure you've heard it all before. Baby, I am genuine. This runs in my blood. I choose freedom over fame, and I choose living over life. I choose being who I am, woman, taking my sweet time. I choose forgiveness over pain. I choose living over life. I choose giving over gain. Oh, I make no compromise. Wind in my head, I'll be set to go. It's just that I can stay in one place too long. Baby, I'll be gone. Blessing and a curse to live on the go, but baby, it's the only life I know. Baby, I'll be gone. On the road taught me much more than any school teachers ever could. 27 with a college degree and an independent music career. No, I wouldn't want it any other way. I believe that everything happens for a reason. Took my life in my hands, stuck my shit in a past. Maybe I am best for I learned from the best. I choose freedom over fame. I choose living over life. I choose being who I am. Oh, man, taking my sweet time. I choose forgiveness over pain. I choose living over life. I choose giving over gain. Oh, I make no compromise. Now I'll take a beer.
Jetzt wir.
Cheers. Thank you. Thanks for watching.
I'm wondering, I don't know that much about playing music, and I noticed you do this shaky thing with the guitar in the end every time. Is that
Oh yeah? Like
yeah,
this?
in the end, is that to make the sound go a little longer, or what?
Yeah, kind of, and like I guess to make it vibrate a little bit. But it's kind of I do it unconsciously now.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I never. I also not often see playing that close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's easier to notice details. Oh, and I love how your voice goes when in the upbeat songs.
Yeah.
Like it takes this like raw, sensual tone. I noticed it before in the two other upbeat songs you did, and
It's kind of I guess from
Oh, it's not very cold. Sorry.
it's from probably when I played on the street a lot. It like you kind of because there's a lot of sound. You kind of press more and
Soll ich ausmachen? Ja, ne?
yeah.